In the famous words of Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise, surprise.
What I wish I knew at 18 instead of 28? That Young Elder News 9 would be my go-to for all things news and more. Broadcasting live worldwide, we've got over 3 million listeners tuned in every day. From world news to stock markets, government topics to the quirkiest stories, we cover it all on Young Elder TV. And remember, folks, you heard it here first. Our friendly team brings you the latest scoops with a dash of that good old Southern charm. Whether you're curious about the latest political twists or need the lowdown on the economy, we're your go-to source. We make sure you're always in the know, in the most engaging and entertaining way possible. So buckle up, y'all. It's time to dive into the world of Young Elder News 9, where the news is always fresh, fun, and downright fascinating. Stay tuned, spread the word, and remember, you heard it here first. Young Elder News 9, the hottest show in the game.
Young Elder TV, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We've been rolling them AI tapes, and like I say, those are all the notes that we had. We let AI go over the notes that me and Rod put together. Some of the things that we got. It explains a lot for the people that want to watch those tapes. We got lives for people that want to watch lives. Now we set up the playlist for people to go, newcomers that want to get the different schools. We got the School of Islam, the School of Christianity, the School of Hebrews. We got the Rod Hayes playlist. We got the Phase 1 playlist. We got the Dr. Malachi Z York playlist. We got the Free Dr. Malachi Z York playlist. We got the Ascension Manual playlist. We got the Galactic Family playlist. Got about 600 tapes in that playlist. We got the different extraterrestrial playlists for you. We got the Alchemy classes for the people that's into that school. We got the Zodiac. I mean, whatever you were looking for, we pretty much got it laid down for you. And we filling in the blanks as we go along here with the AI. For the people that say they don't like how Young Elder talk, say he country or whatever, for you New Yorkers, right? And we on today. We giving people time to get on. We're gonna roll a couple of clips. People was asking, do you think there's gonna be a 2024 election? We saying that it don't got nothing to do with us. It never had nothing to do with us. This is our business. The election is dealing with business. It's dealing with corporations. It's dealing with fiction. So if it's fiction, it's never been a real election. If it's based on fiction and artificial entities and corporations, we only can say so much without that, because they just ran that AI on me the other day to try to see what tapes they flagged me for a tape that's over 7 years old. Well, they said that they couldn't give me no strike for it because it was so old, right? But that means that they checking my page to see how can they, put us out of business, these guys. But it's all good though, because we almost they done did it so many times to us that we done deleted probably like about 600 tapes. We should be at probably 2,500 tapes now. So we're missing about 500 tapes that we had to take down. They just took 2 other tapes down. The Courts of Place Where Games Are Played, Part 1. They deleted that one, said that it was a violation of guidelines. It's really because we for name going, the information with the titles. If you click on it, it talk about, it might go into some stuff that they don't want you to know about on them Big Mama tapes. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one thing. But like I said, we got those playlists together for the guys who want to get down. We got about 1,900 tapes out, and we still rolling like it's stolen, and we dropping it like it's hot. Thanks for tuning in. Now, everybody wanted, would this be a fair election? Now let's roll one of the clips, and then we're gonna go in on it. Let's roll one of these clips. Let's see what we got here.
2 incidents involving ballot boxes this morning. We'll start with what's happening in Vancouver. That is on the left side of your screen. We just watched firefighters pry open the back of this ballot box, which is obviously on fire. We're also tracking breaking news at the Multnomah County Elections Office. That is on the right side of your screen right now, where police found an incendiary device at this ballot box. We have K2's Joe English live on the scene there, gathering new information. That is obviously taped off as police investigate that. So big concerns at least 2 ballot boxes coming just 8 days before Election Day.
Now, so they got this different things going on. I think they caught the guy that was doing this, burning the ballots or whatever, what have you. But it just, to me, who ballots were they? Were they Kamala ballots or Trump ballots? Most of the people that's mailing in probably voting for Trump. And so I guess people know that, so they will attack these particular things. Now, if you notice, it's mostly the old clan that's participating in this this particular artificial corporation type of thing, because they hadn't figured the game out. The young people, pretty much, a lot of y'all grew up like, man, I don't feel like voting. I don't feel voting, you know. And it's because you it's like a drive that's in you that knew, hey man, this I ain't a part of this. I ain't a part of that, whatever that is. We ain't never been a part of it. And the thing is, it don't matter how many people vote, or if you vote for who in your state, they gonna go off of electoral votes anyway. So it's like, who then, like they're saying right now, because I heard Bodie, shout out President R19 Body. Right, shout out Bodie. I heard Bodie talk about this morning. Bodie said that they're gonna take, after they get the votes together, which I think it'll be about 3 or 4 days of voting, I think, and then it'll take them 12 days to count the votes. Right, to count the votes. Now, the last 2020 election, they found 500,000 ballots in the desert. They found ballots in the river. They found ballots in the ocean. Right, so. And then all of a sudden, they finagled the numbers on the TV to where it looked like Biden was winning the whole time, and really Biden lost. They rigged the election. They even caught the guy over in wherever he was, in Russia or somewhere, where they got the camera on him while he was rigging the election, and then they go out to say that, oh yeah, that was a fraud. Right? They even announced that Joe Biden's son was working with the Joe Biden son made a deal with the Russians, and I think he pled guilty, and they to that in the court, in the Supreme Court or whatever, U.S. courts, and they ain't said nothing about that. They telling you about Diddy, and everybody know Diddy, what Diddy was doing. And then there's a whole bunch of people that's involved with it, that's been going down. And these people really, if you notice, they really scared. They hoping that Trump don't win. And you can guarantee, if some kind of way they not able to rig this and Trump do win, watch how many people, these guys already getting out of town. They already going to live on their yachts so they can be under maritime laws and all that. They going to live on their yachts, and they doing all kind of stuff, getting out of town, going to other countries, all these celebrities, because they know that, hey, the hammer about to get ready to drop. Now that's rolling up, because like I said, they burning the ballots, and they pulled this last time for the people that's going out to vote. You know what I'm saying? Check this out.
An alarming find in Sierra Madre just weeks before the November 5th election, a stack of ballots in a storm drain. As Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia tells us, it's a reminder to contact your registrar of voters if your ballot doesn't show up in the mail.
Jason Ace was doing some landscape work at his Sierra Madre home Saturday when he saw something strange in the storm drain next to his house. Nearly a dozen mail-in ballots. He says he got on his hands and knees and started scooping them out and noticed the addresses were from his Arcadian neighbors a block away.
And of course, we're trained here to keep stuff out of the storm drain. So I got down on my hands and knees and dug around a little bit and started pulling it out. and I pull out a bunch of junk mail and Ralph's ads and Aldi, and these ballots were mixed in with the junk mail. And of course, they catch my attention because we're seeing on TV about all of the care being taken to prevent fraud and misuse of ballots. It seemed a strange place for ballots to be.
He says he tried to return them to the nearby post office, but they were already closed. Yesterday being a holiday, he wasn't able to return them either. His guess is someone went around the neighborhood opening up the mailboxes and emptying them. What the thieves didn't want, they dumped in the storm drain. He shared with us that he doesn't receive a lot of mail. He explains for him, it's safer.
I'm one of these people who's gotten almost everything now coming in paperless. I don't get a lot of personal mail. The only thing I get these.
Yeah, so you see, to me, I think that was look like it staged or something, man. 2-3 ballots, you know, he found them in the storm drain. What made this guy? Come on, man, he don't go looking in the storm. To me, that's laced. It looked laced to me, man, you know. So it could be, you know, to me, it's all game too anyway, because they going out of business. They going out of business and they pulling all this, you know, this magic. All this is magic. Keep this in mind. Keep in mind what Hollywood is all about. It's about waving they won, abracadabra, making you believe. Because they got to make believe. That's their favorite thing. They lie. We got to make you believe. Make you believe what? That this shit is real. And it's not really real. It's artificial. They telling you that. They tell you that. They tell you that this is an artificial corporation. We already know that. I mean, y'all over to the game now. So we already know it's fiction. It's not real. So people say they found ballots in the trash. They found somebody going around checking everybody's mailbox, pulling the mail out, just pulling the ballots out. I mean, they trying to rig this for what? For a check so they can get Obama back in? They trying to rig this because when you get Kamala, you get Obama. If you don't believe me, let me roll this clip for you. When you get Kamala, you get Obama. Watch this.
So what's your thoughts on this? And you're gonna want to stick around to hear what this guy has to say.
If you have time to do a wet brine, that's fine. And do it like a pot of water, a couple bay leaves, a little sugar, a little couple peppercorns. You could even do a little slice of orange, something like that. Oh, yes, hi. Yes, I'm here. Okay, I'm going to talk about a recipe while you're checking. Is that okay? She'll tell me if I'm annoying her. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Hi. Okay.
People would ask me, knowing what you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with that.
So you see, we already busted her at the debate with the earpiece in. She just showed you she had the pair of earrings that's like these $900 earrings or so. That's really earpieces where people can talk. And when I was listening to the debate between her and Trump, I was wondering, man, why this lady sound like Obama? This lady sounded just like Obama, man, when she was talking in the debate. And now we put it together. Obama's on the phone with her, talking through the earpiece, telling her what to say, debating against Trump. Now, ain't that cheating? Ain't that cheating, bro? So yeah, ain't that cheating? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, so y'all want another eight years of Obama? Because that's what you're gonna get if you get Kamala. Kamala just a Obama front guy. She don't really know about no government. They been using her as a front lady. And then she ain't even they say she a Hindu lady. And then Dr. Umar asking Kamala what she gonna do for black people. She ain't gonna do nothing for black people because black not even the people, man. You ain't put that on the record yet. We already put that on record. Black not even. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for black people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never did nothing for black people. Name somebody they did. Everybody that came over here took advantage of us. Even my African brothers. When the Africans ever came to help us? Besides Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben was African that came to help us. Doc, you can say Doc was African a little bit because his dad, the Mahdi, El Mahdi. So Doc can be classified as African that coming to help us. And like I say, we ain't got nothing against the Africans. Africans are our brothers and sisters. Nubians are worldwide. Right? But all we saying is keep in mind this is United States Corporation. They ain't Turtle Island. We gotta separate the two. We gotta separate Turtle Island from United States Corp. And Kamala and Trump is the president of the corporation. Keep in mind, you know about corporations like Walmart. Walmart have presidents, but the president is not the CEO. Sometimes the CEO stand in as the president, but the president is not the CEO. This is business. It's been ran like a business, and they've been running a business so bad that they are going out of business. You can't run a business, keep running a business, and you don't got no money to run a business. See, they get the money from you. And you best to believe if you let Kamala get another 8 years in order to stay in business, they gonna break your back. They gonna tax you, taxation without representation. I'm telling you. She gonna take it to the max. You gonna be paying, she gonna be taking 50 half of niggas check. I'm telling you. Trump too. Either way it go, you better get yourself off the gut, wing yourself off the government, man. Either way it go. We put a tape out about that already. We got that chlorophyll and alkaline water. It's about around that time we gotta juice up. Yeah, shout out that boy Ja. You know what I'm saying? Shout out that boy Rashard 330, man. Shout out that boy Yahshua Melchizedek. Yeah, man, we gonna roll up nothing. Cause everybody's asking if it's gonna be an election. It's never been an election. It's always been an election, but it's always been for fiction. Science, they call it science fiction. Check this out.
Ballots found here alongside Southwest Scenic Heights Road. A man riding on his bike noticed the scattered and rain-soaked ballots. They were unopened and, according to a police report, found alongside other mail, including medical bills. It was in the middle of the afternoon when a man riding on his bike noticed the ballots and called police.
I imagine with any election there's going to be a certain amount of fraud, but I don't think it's enough to change the election.
It's why Bonnie wanted to ensure her ballot gets counted and hand-delivered it to the post office.
I just wanted to make sure it got there.
Same with others lining up to drop off their ballots with the clock ticking down to Election Day. The investigating police officer brought the recovered ballots here to this post office in Oak Harbor. USPS told us its Postal Inspection Service now investigating. The man who found the ballots didn't want to comment on camera, but online said he thinks it may be unwanted stolen mail and not part of some kind of election scheme.
We have that happen all the time, especially when you get close to the holidays. We have a lot of stolen mail. People find bags of mail that was stolen, just tossed.
Tammy lives in Oak Harbor but says she'll wait on what investigators determine happened, although she says recent ballot box incidents got her attention.
It makes you wonder why ballots. I heard that some ballot boxes got burned up. So maybe it has something along the lines of that.
I am not concerned.
So, as you can see, they running this the same operation. It's a thing called Operation Hammer, or where they rigged the election with the Knights of Templar. Now, Supposedly Trump supposed to be down with the Knights. So we're gonna see, because you got to keep in mind this is the Killer Clowns versus the Knights. And if you don't know who the Killer Clowns is, you need to go to the playlist, the law playlist, law school playlist, and watch Killer Clowns Exposed Part 1 through 4. To get you an idea on who the Killer Clowns are. They go way back. And they the ones that trying to prevent the rise of the Nubians. While the Knights, they were working, the Knights and Clowns were working together at first, but jealousy and different assassinations and different greed took place to where now they turned against each other. And all we got to do is stay out their way. And the Killer Clowns is the ones that sending they the ones that program the Manchurian candidates to come after Trump, and the ones they're gonna probably try to activate when they panic when they see if Trump wins. This fictionary corporation, and if he become the president of the United States Corps. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out Dr. Neb Haru. Yeah, we'll get Doc back on as soon as we get relocated and we get set up to where we can get the system back going. So we've been working off this way for about the last 6 months, but we're about to get ready to switch up and do a different thing. Yeah, man. So we just wanted to bring that to you and show you that, like, a lot of these people, it was people, old people waiting in line 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting in line in their car just to get in the vote, right? So they can send their vote up, send their voltage, give their energy over. Like Revelation say, they gave their power over to the beast. That's what they mean. When they say you give who is the beast? Mystery Babylon. Who is Mystery Babylon? United States Corps, which is a trilateral setup dealing with the laws of London and Paris and the Vatican. But the Vatican bagging out of it now, because the Vatican saying, "Oh yeah, this not right," right? Because they getting that play on their emotions. The Pope got to play on his emotions because they put use the David Walker's appeal, right? Because people sleeping on the David Walker's appeal. And what was we got a tape coming out tomorrow called The Power of Words. And it's kind of be going over a lot of stuff that people said that played on the conscience of the people. Because David Walker's appeal really was sending out the 100 monkey effect to where when people got to read his information, he wanted to get it in their head. And because he knew that once all the minds figured it out and agreed with him, that it's all they needed to get rid of this, whatever was happening to them at that time. The mind, once he get the collection of the minds to agree, boom, it's a wrap. And so his whole game plan was, David Walker was to play on the mind of the Christians who were holding slaves to say, oh yeah, you gonna do these people like this, and you say you down with Jesus? You know what I'm saying? He was really, and he was a Freemason. He was with the Prince Hals. Martin Luther King was Prince Hals. And I think Malcolm X was Prince Hall. So the 3 people on that cover were all Prince Hall Masons, and they were key pivot people and what they're calling Black history, which is really no such thing technically. We're not Black. Nobody's Black for that matter. But these dirty jokers who hide in Morocco. You know what I'm saying? Who's puppeting the whole game, who Trump already mailed the letter to these cats and told them that, hey man, we ain't got no more money. What you want us to do? Me and Rod already read the letter. They sent Trump sent them a letter saying, "Hey man, we ain't got no more money. What you want us to do?" We pretty much got to close the bid, close it out, close the contract out, and turn back everything back over to Big Mama. So how you think Mama Rarebird just pop up and got to a load of your titles and everything? Everything being turned back over right up under your nose. But what they want you to think is you can't live without them. You can't live without the governmental to govern your damn mental. Right? Yeah, we got a whole tape on it called a Manchurian Candidate. Go check that tape out. Comanche. Chief Comanche. Shout out Chief Comanche, man, in the building. Yeah, man. So don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe no more. Mystery Babylon is falling. Ain't nothing they can do about it. The mystery Babylon the Great has fallen. She have deceived the whole world into thinking that her federal notes was real money, and kind of find out they don't got no gold to bag nothing. The gospel has went out. Revelation chapter 14. The gospel has went out. The angel that's had the everlasting gospel. That gospel was part of that gospel because the gospel is the truth, right? Not the ghost spell, right? The gospel is a whole nother thing. The gospel has went out. The gossip is the truth, and the truth is that fiat federal notes ain't the Federal Reserve is a fraud. That's what went out, and now they getting ready to fall. They can't get mad at us. They brought their own demise, like Mark Brady used to say, right? Their own doing is about to become their own undoing, right? Their own doing is about to become their own undoing. Why? Because they said that all things must come to an end, but they was too stupid to disinclude themselves. You know what I'm saying? They were too stupid to disinclude themselves, and they go out to call they self high-powered alchemists. You know what I'm saying? And they go out to call themselves high-powered alchemists, and they say everything is fair and square, right? On the square. So is this gonna be a fair and square in the fictitious election? Is y'all gonna let Trump win this time because he won fair and square last time? And then when you let Trump win, are you gonna run high? Are you gonna go underground? Are you gonna get the hell out of town? Yeah, run me goals, like the leprechauns say. They already ran that goal already though. Little do you know. They ran that goal in 2020. 2021, they ran that goal already, see? They ran that goal in 2017, I think it was. 2017. All right, so if you don't know, you gotta go back and watch a couple tapes me and Rod put out. One tape, we went over the Obama's the letter from the Pope. Letter from the Pope to Obama. In this letter from the Pope to Obama, the Pope told Obama to cease and desist on the foreign cease and desist, pretty much, on the operations. But they ignored the Pope to 2014, July. Right? Cease and desist on the operations. 2019, they November 3rd, they refiled for bankruptcy again. And pretty much they was pretty much out of business. They brought Trump in to look. Trump came in, sent in by other beings who are in who the same guys that's operating on the brick, right? Because she had United States corpse have a lot of blood on his hands. The blood of the saints is on their hands. They killed Muhammad. They took out Muhammad Gaddafi. They took out I don't know how good Saddam Hussein was. I don't think he was a good guy, right? Some of the guys they got with had it coming. You know what I'm saying? And we know they was in with Osama. The Bushes was in with Osama. They went to school together. Come on, man. Who they fooling? Right? Judge Joe Brown already exposed all them. And but the whole game is Trump is the liquidator. And you know what happens when you liquidate a place? When they go out of business, you send the liquidator in. And they pretty much liquidate all the assets. Let me get a drink of my water. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We got something coming out every day. Like I said, we got something coming out tomorrow. We got the for my law students, we got the class coming out Monday through Fridays at 8 o'clock p.m. and 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning. Then we got something dropping that evening. Be some hot that tape tomorrow is gonna be hot tape. The power of words. It's gonna be hot right there. Actually, that's like chapter 3, I think. It's a synopsis of my chapter 3 out of the Ascension Manual. Right? If you want to get those 8 books by the Young Elder, just leave your donation, $45 donation to the Cash App or the PayPal that we got in the pending, and leave your emails and the links, and I'll send you 8 PDF form books. the ones that I already got put together. When I get to my other location, I got about 13 other books that I already wrote. I just got to get them all lined up, and then I'm gonna have them on. We're gonna put them on Amazon. So we're gonna start putting books on Amazon, and we might still sell a couple of them through Cash App, but we're really gonna put them on Amazon. That's the goal, to get all the books on Amazon. Right. So if you want to get those 8 books before they go on Amazon, you can get them right now in a PDF form for $45 to the donation to my Cash App, and make sure you leave your email so I can send you the PDF forms right over as soon as I get off. If you just want to show us some love on donations, we got that. You can send us $5, $1, whatever you got. That'll help us out to keep this thing going. Now, what else y'all want to talk about? Because we've been putting out a lot of stuff like the what happened to the Black Panthers. People ain't watching these tapes, but because they sleeping on it, because they say, "Oh, AI, right? I don't like the voice." Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of stuff that we've been doing has been a test. Because Doc told us to do this, test these people, see where they headed. And a lot of Nubians are really racist. Y'all really more racist than the so-called KKK. Y'all worse than the KKK. Some of you Nubians with your prejudgmental racism. And so if you think you're gonna get in our kingdom with that hate in your blood, you sadly mistaken. You ain't gonna get in our kingdom when you don't like white people. And really, like I say, ain't really no such thing as white people. Half of them people, if you check their blood type, they Canaanites, and Canaanites are Nubians. And the people you calling fake Jews over in Israel are really Nubians. They the ones that's the Canaanites that didn't mix their seed with the the ones that the original Canaanites that then mixed with the Frugalords. Right? So I can really break down to you. But a lot of them, if you check their blood type, they old blood type. They old blood type. They Nubians. Right? And so a lot of you so-called Nubians are more racist than anything. Because I don't like it because it's a white voice. I don't like his voice. Yeah, we don't like you neither. Because you a racist. And eventually that devil, that demon, that's because racism is a demon. That demon will trickle down to something else. That when we let you in our organization, that racism that you got, it'll turn into something else, some other demon. It'll invite 7 other demons into our organization. And then now that it's all Nubians in here, and then you say you don't like white folks, and then all of a sudden, boom, you turning it, you don't turn it on your own brother. Because that's the most so because like we told you, one demon bring on other demons, 7 other demons. When we clean one demon, the other 7 other. If you allow that demon to come back, he brings 7 other demons, then he come back stronger. We told you that. So what do we do? What do we do? We don't want you in our kingdom if you don't like white people, because we like white people. And like I say, white is not really even a nationality, to be honest with you. All black. Because the real suckers that did it to you, they look like us, but they ain't us. And by the way, Rod is the first one that said that. Kendrick Lamar made it big with his diss song with Drake, but Rod Hayes is the first one that said they not like us 3-4 years ago. I can cut the clip for you. So the niggas that doing us is the nigga that's standing next to you saying the white man. The whole time he got his hand in your pocket. He's the guy. So if you're a racist, you might be suspect to be part of the black hand, because we got to work together. We got to work together. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, everybody, you got to stop calling people white people and black people. That's not even a nationality. That's not even a people. Like I say, if you think you white, check your blood type. If you type O, you're behind a Nubian. Yeah, welcome into the boat. You know what I'm saying? Welcome into the boat, Nubian. Yeah, and especially if your hair texture, especially if you can't even be you're not a Caucasian unless you got blonde hair and blue eyes, and your people originate from Caucasus Mountains. You're not a Caucasian, brother. You gotta have blonde hair, blue eyes. If you got black hair and different color eyes, or brown hair, different color eyes, your behind is a mulatto. You know what a mulatto is? A mulatto is the children of the Nubians. So you a Nubian. There you go. You Italians, you Nubians. You don't got no blonde hair, blue eyes. You got black hair, brown eyes. You call yourself a black Irish. You didn't hear black Irish. Come on, man. Put it together. You ain't put it together yet. The Moors are the max. You people are mulattoes. We all family. All of you children of the Most High God. Go get that tape. We got Songs 82, the children of Anu. Because Canaan is Ham's son. Ham is Noah's son. And Noah is Enki's son. And Enki is a new son. So that means that everybody that descend from Noah is all children of the Most High God. Canaan as well. Now put that in your pipe and hit that. Get you a good hit off of that. Get you a real good blast. That's what they used to call it. Get you a blast off of that. Yeah. So that part, you know what I'm saying? If you racist, don't even come on my page, because you make my spirit. It's like you scratch it against a crack chalkboard when you say you don't like this person. You don't like this person because they white or this or that. It's like you scratching against the trackboard. It's making my spirit uneasy. Because I'm all about love and divine love. That's how Yahshua moved, and divine love. And like I say, you could go into the Bible and say, oh, there's some parts in there where Yahshua was kind of a little racist. Because he said that about the dogs and the breads and the crumbs from the table and all that. We can get into that. But a lot of that story is allegory. We're gonna put out the real story. We're going to put out the real story. The book, Tablets of Tammuz. The Tablets of Tammuz. Because Enlil tried to make me go down for the whole thing. And then my mother had Murdoch not trusting me because she didn't like Murdoch. She blamed Murdoch. She didn't like Murdoch because she thought he was cocky. And that he had something to do with killing my father, but she the one that set him up. She the one that set my father up to get killed. She didn't want him to get killed. She didn't knew it was lead to him getting killed. But she didn't really love him like that. To be honest with you. She was just using him. Nana was using Damuzi, who is Osiris, Lord of the Perfect Black. We got tapes coming out on that. But like I say, we got the ancient Egyptian playlist, right? For you people that's interested in the ancient Egyptian classes. We got the Alchemy classes. We already put out all the tapes on Tahuti. The tapes on Tahuti, the school of Tahuti, already in the classes. If you in the Alchemy classes, if you want to figure out what tribe you from, we already put those tapes out. They call Tracing Your Ancestor History Part 1, 2, 3, 1 through 6. And the last names and everything, the tribes, the land, the tribe, the land, and everything that the people came from is on that tape. Right? It's in the Big Mama playlist. It's in the Native American playlist. It's on the video side. You might have to scroll down by a year ago but you can find it faster in the Big Mama's playlist. Tracing Your Ancestral History Part 1 through 6. We already did Native African Heritage, where we broke down the beginning of all the tribes, starting with the four classified species of humans on the planet, which is the Sandsman, the Twa-man, the Watusis, and the Hindus, the four original species. And from them four original species, they began mixing together with, over time, certain different extraterrestrials coming in and mixing in with humans. And this created the different species that we got on Earth, humanoid species. Yeah, hey, you asking about what's going on with these churches. We got a tape coming out called Reverend Pochop and Reverend Hot Sauce. That's gonna be hot. I might do that tomorrow. But keep in mind, church is business. Most of these mega churches has got a 501c3 Skull of Bones agreement, and they getting tax-free money. It's the biggest hustle in the game. You know, Deion Sanders got in on that hustle. In order to not to pay taxes on his property, he hold church at his house every Sunday, or he act like, at least pretend to hold church at his house every Sunday, so he don't have to pay taxes. So church is a tax game, and they telling you they need money. Oh, I saw them squeeze the last couple dollars out of some old folks in the church. Man, it's a hustle. It's a pimp game, right? Most of the places, the pimp games. Now, it's some places because there's two sides to everything. Because I ain't gonna lie, people talk junk about the Catholics, but I like the Catholics. The Catholics are my guys. Matter of fact, if I wanted to be a part of a religion, I'd be Catholic. I'd be Catholic, man. You know why? Because the Catholics, like you got a good side and a bad side. You got the serpent, reptilian, dragonian, no most priesthood side that's messing with the kids. Then you got the other side, which is some angelical beings in there, and they really helping people, man. When I was homeless, you know, the people that gave me a place to stay, the Catholics. When I needed food to eat and I was starving, you know who people gave me food? The Catholics. And you got to understand about these Catholics. The one side, they go all the way back to the Sphinx. That really goes back to the original Christians, the Dogons, the Ethiopians. And so the Catholics give out more money than anybody. They pay people bills. They help people out. A lot of people get help from the Catholics. And people talk trash about the Catholics, but I'm telling you, I ain't never seen them. A lot of Muslim groups don't do that. What the Catholics do. A lot of these other Hebrew groups, they don't do what the Catholics do. The Catholics do a lot of charity work. Yeah, real talk. So if I want to be religious and work for Jesus, I be a Catholic, a holy Catholic, the holy cat. The holy cat is the Sphinx. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, man. And that's what they don't want to tell you. It's good people in everything. It's good people in Islam. It's good people in every organization. But the devil also infiltrate every organization so he can make that organization look like a bad organization. Yeah, when you say religion really breaks down to re-legions, which is a group of demons. Re means to do again, and legions is like 1,500 to 2,000 and some demons. Right? And those demons are called the Satan, mentioned of in the Quran, the Nomos people, those who claim to know the most. And these beings came from Cyrus B and brought their ideology you call religion, or they turned it into a religion, but it wasn't a religion at first. It really was the science of how the stars and moons and how the planet rotate so they'll know when to plant food. The Nomos really taught them different things, but in return, they wanted them to worship them and give them virgins in return, which they made it with and created your vampire race of beings. But when you talk about religion, you're talking about the group of Nomos, right? And that's why the Pope wear a fish hat. And that's why they talk about the fish and the Piscean age, the two fish dealing with the Nomos. That's why Jesus worked with the fish. And that's why, like I said, the Pope wears a fish hat and Christians walk a fish on the back of their car, right? And the people who follow the Pope around, who wears the Nomos hat, right, are called the Cardinals. And these Cardinals are the Canarian bird race who worship these Nomos. And actually, the Nomos are their children. And keep in mind, reptilians lay eggs, birds lay eggs. Mother Hoover created the bird race first and then drafted the reptilians out of the bird race and placed their seed, their egg, on male dick. And then later on, they transported certain single-cell amoebas from these reptilian germs and the dolphins and things to the planet Earth. Or Tiamat, it was called at that time. We don't want to get too spaced out. Yeah, that crown that he wears is originally the Ethiopian, because the real Pope is in Ethiopia. See, that Pope that you see is like 4 different popes. So you got what you call the Pope that they show you, right? with the white. Then you got the Pope, the black Pope. That's the leader of the Jesuits, the black Pope. Then you got the gray Pope. The gray Pope is the Pope you probably never even heard of. He run the underground Vatican, the gray Pope. Then you got the original Pope, which is in Ethiopia. Because the first church is coming out, the oldest church in the world, Christianity church, is in Ethiopia, created by the Dogons. And it's underground, shaped like a cross. And the reason why it's built underground like that is so that the nomos, because they couldn't come outside in the sunlight, they built it underground so that they can come in and worship these nomos. And they would give blood. They would drink, these nomos drank blood, these vampires. So they incorporated that into Christianity, where they drank blood, talking about they drinking the blood and eating the body of Jesus, but it's really dealing with these nomos who were cannibalists and drunk blood. And Christians think they're doing something when they going in to do this, talking about they're doing a ritual for Christ, and we eating Christ's body and we drinking his blood. How did that sound? Did that sound like cannibalism and vampirism and reptilian nomos worship? That's what it is. So when you get down to talking about religion, you're really talking about the nomos. They the ones that brought religion. These the nomos have a secret priesthood called the Leviathan priests. And funny that you say that, because that connects with Donald Trump, who is one Doc put on front of the Leviathan 666 book as one of the Leviathan priests for the nomos. Yeah, the great Pope is the stand-in man for the Rothschilds. That's right. You know a little something, Israel, Yahshua. He must be a Hebrew Israelite. You know the Hebrew Israelites are Moors, right? Shout out that boy Israel. Is Isis, Ra, who is Murdoch, right? So you got three gods there. Israel is three gods put together. It's Isis, Nana, my mother, Ra, my uncle, Murdoch, and you got El, right? And El could be different beings because it's really a title. Really, Ra is a title. All of them are titles. But El can be distinguished to different gods. Because we all are Els. Don't trust anymore. Yeah, so but that's another thing too, Wallace. You got good Moors, which are that you got the good Moors, which are the Muslims, the Moors who are the ones of peace, and then you got the dirty Moors who are the Moorans who shook hands in 1476 in Timbuktu and created the straw man, they front man, so they can tell you, oh, the white man did it, and the whole time it's some black niggas that look like us, but they ain't us. They created their front man, the Rothschilds, and this and that. Go back and read Genesis chapter 9, verse 25. Curse be Canaan. A servant shall he be unto his brothers. So what is his curse? His curse was to be a front man for the dirty Moors who are part of the Hamites, who come all the way down from Baal, Ahab, who was the first dirty Moor, who is Enlil's son, who started a secret priesthood called a Baphomet, where they was gonna herd 144,000 for their adrenochrome, so they can sell them to the little kids, so they can sell them to the reptilians. You wonder why the little kids things is going on. All these little kid rituals and how they treat little kids. It's because it's part of the Baphomet. It's how the Baphomet is part of their rituals about the deal with the orphanages. The orphanage is owned by Baphomet. The CP Child Protection Agency is owned by Baphomet. Going back because they hurting the kids. Going back to Baal, who had to deal with Alelu. Alelu is Anu's brother, who had came here. When they came here and when Alelu came here to visit to check out the project, the gold project, because he had a percentage in the deal, he noticed these new type of creatures, which they call them the Sandsman. And now this new type of creature had a new type of gland called the adrenaline gland, which produced a certain type of serum, which is sort of like a drug to these reptilians. And the kids produced a lot of it when they got fear. when they got in fear, they get you get these goosebumps, and that's the adrenaline in your blood that's rushing. And this and they liked this as a drug. And so Bell, my uncle, who is Nanar's brother, Nanar Sin, they set up the Dark Side of the Moon operation, where they set up the symbol that some of these people are using for Islam is really the symbol for the dark side of the moon, smuggling drugs and little kids off the dark side of the moon with Nanar. And that's why Nanar considered as a bad guy, and Baal considered as a bad guy if you read the Bible and the Quran, because they were bad guys from one perspective. But you got to keep in mind, these beings look at humans like pets and like fruits and like food. So just think about this, man. How you do it? If you say you say when you hear Ali Carter say what she say about what these elites do to the kids, and about what these people in these parties, underground parties, do to the little kids. But then what do you do to chicken? For you people that eat chicken eggs, that's the chicken kids. You crack the baby egg, and you scramble it, right? And then you eat them. You take the chicken, you pluck his wings off, you fry them, you cut them up, you eat them, right? You take the cow or whatever animal you got, you slaughter them and you eat them, right? So imagine if these beings look at you like cow or chicken or pizza. That's what they call you. That's what they call them: chicken, pizza, hot dog. And so it's in their mind, they looking at it like you saying it's inhumane what they doing, but these people looking at it like that. Some of these extraterrestrials, they are not human. That's why they doing it. They are really reptilians. Reptilians don't think the same way you think. That's unmoral. But like I say, the chicken might be complaining about how you treat him, or the other animals that you eat. So you gotta look at it from that perspective too. Now, from my perspective, it's a sick thing of what they're doing to the children at these parties, right? But like I say, they are not human. They're not us. They look like us, but they're not us. They reptilians. They certain groups of extraterrestrials who are really classified as demons. To us, the Anunnakis. It's a lot of demons. Because I was watching that Constantine, and I saw how they had Jibrail as a woman, like a bull, like something, and they had her about to let Damien back to this realm. And she said that the humans are not worthy of getting back into heaven, and that she gonna let the devil's son back into this realm. And then Constantine committed suicide, and the devil came personally to collect his soul. See, it's a lot of people out here. The devil gonna come personally to collect your soul. Think you got away, buddy? The devil gonna collect. Yeah, the devil's real, and the devil's real. I'm talking about the main devil. It's a whole bunch of devils out here now, and not just one devil. It's a whole group of devils. It's a whole nother level of devils, jinns, and all of that. And now you see these jinns out here begging. These jinns out here begging for mercy. We ain't got no mercy for no jinn, right? But it's some people, it's some real live jinn devils out here, right? Moloch is Murdoch. So you got a six sadistic side that worship Murdoch. And it's two different Murdochs though. Keep that in mind, because a lot of these Anunnakis or extraterrestrial beings would come posing as other beings, because say like Murdoch may have his group, and then Armin, the same being, Melchizedek, El Kadush, what are the names you got? Michael, the angel Michael, Malachi, all of them the same people, right? So when he would come and get his group of people, and Murdoch was kind of like he ruled with kind of like an iron fist, but he was cool though. He was cool when he was cool. You just didn't want to be around him when somebody ticked him off. You know, he was cool when he was in a good mood. But when he was at war mode, you didn't want to be around him because anybody could get it. Sometime by accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. But I think I won Murdoch over when on the last event when he was trapped in the pyramids, and I I was in his defense. So that part. That's a whole other story. We're gonna talk about that in the book of Tammuz, in the tablets of Tammuz. That's really all we have for you. If you got any questions, we'll take questions before we get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, man. We're gonna run a couple lives for my guys that will keep y'all busy on the live side too. Yeah, we don't do business with Jen. We don't negotiate with Jen. I got a sword that's so sharp. If you lay it sideways on your pants, it'll cut a hole in it. That's the sword we use to behead Jins. Tammuz, Haru, really Yahshua is all the same person. One of his lives is even silver. One of his lives is Tutankhamun. But Tammuz is Inanna's son of Tammuz. Son of Tammuz is Osiris. Tammuz is Enlil's grandson. Okay, so you got Enlil, right? Enlil is a new son. Then Enlil birthed a son named Nanar, right? Then Nanar sin birthed a daughter named Inanna. So Inanna is Enlil's granddaughter, right? From Nanar. And keep in mind, Nanar is Halah's grandson because Enlil impregnated Enlil impregnated Halah's daughter named Sud, who became Ninlil, and she birthed Nanar. So Nanar is Halah's grandson, which is why you got the Willow's Peak, and which why Nanar and them was bad guys. See, people don't know this stuff. Nanar is Halah's grandson. And then Nanar birthed Inanna. Inanna would be like Halah's great granddaughter. So you wonder why the devil wears Prada. Why Inanna was considered as a bad lady, and by some people. And so Tammuz would be Halah's great great grandson and Enlil's great great grandson. Plus he would be Enki's grandson because Tammuz's father was Enki's son, baby, or his fourth son, Murdoch's little brother. So Murdoch would be Tammuz's uncle. Tahuti would be Tammuz's uncle. Tahuti's name was one of his names was Ningazita. That's Murdoch's little brother. People get Murdoch mistaken with Tahuti. They say that Tahuti is Murdoch. No, Tahuti is Murdoch's little brother. And they ran together a lot because they were like the two brothers that were because keep in mind their dad, who is Enki, who becomes Ptah, because Ptah is Enki is the same person. And they give the storyline of Ptah set up a laboratory in Memphis, right? The fashioner, Enki was the fashioner. He was a dude that liked to build a lot of crafts and different equipment and different things to mine gold. He was the dude that was always building stuff and doing stuff. He passed this trait down to his son, Amen, Murdoch, and Tahuti. So they became fashioners too as well. And in some cases even better than their dad, because it's like the master teaches, they pass it to their dad, and the children always get like this. They are new. They get more innovative as the time go and get better than the person that taught them, and thus you come out with Tahuti and Murdoch, who are sons of Enki, right? Who are sons of Anu. So they make Murdoch grandson of Anu. So the plan was to send. The plan was once everything went bad south with the flood and everything, when everybody got busted after the project got reset, a new son Tammuz. and put him over the project. Right? Yeah, Inky was the one that was doing all the creations. Enlil was the one that was, and because I looked at the picture of Yahweh ben Yahweh because I was trying to figure out who Yahweh ben Yahweh was, and then I figured it out. I seen Yahweh ben Yahweh on Nubaru, but I realized who he was because I was thinking that, man, Uncle Sinbad never came down because Enlil got a son named Sinbad. Sinbad looked just like Yahweh ben Yahweh. And I was like, man, what? I was thinking that Yahweh ben Yahweh was Sinbad because Enlil is Yahweh and the son of Yahweh. Yahweh, the son of Yahweh. Sinbad is a Yahweh ben Yahweh. I'm gonna show more pictures of these people. My Uncle Sinbad. My Uncle Sinbad, he cool. Right? He looked just like Enlil, except he don't got the unibrow, and he looked just like Yahweh ben Yahweh. And it's like his mother got like Sinbad got like 6 or 7 brothers, and they all look similar. All the way to my younger uncle. Because Anu got so many children, it ain't even funny. And then Enlil and Inky got so many children on Nubaru. They got children on Nubaru that never even came down to Earth. Never even been to Tiamat. And my Uncle Sinbad is one, but I think Sinbad did come in the personage of Yahweh ben Yahweh. Because a lot of these people come down here and visit. Some of you are Anunnakis and the Jarus. For you people that say, oh, we tired of hearing about the Anunnakis. Well, if you're tired of hearing about the Anunnakis, you're tired of hearing about the Najarus too, because that's the same damn people. The Najarus and the Anunnakis are the same people. The Najarus are different in the way they look, but they are classified as Anunnaki. They're not the same species as Anunnaki, but you got to keep in mind, Enlil is part Natharu. Enlil's mother is a Najaru. Or she part Najaru, because you got to go read the Holy Tablets. In the Holy Tablets, Doc says that Anu married his half sister, but then you never ask, well, what is the other half? If the half is the same as Anu, what is the other half? The other half is Najaru. Now the Najarus, some of them couldn't grow beards. The Najarus really don't grow beards because we got Hindu in us. We mixed with the Hindus and the Nagas. Some of us got longer necks, longer nose. This is the traits of the Najaru. Right? The American Negroes really are the Najarus, which is why they put you in a place called the ghetto. Which is why you are the pretty much main target. This is Ashtar Command's work. Ashtar Command went back in time and found out who we was. And they said, if we don't do something about these guys, we can't stop them because they'll notice that we broke Galactic law. But what we can do is we can slow them down. So let's introduce a thing to them called crack cocaine. And we'll crack them in the head with that. That'll slow them down 40 years. It'll set them back 40 years. Then we'll introduce a thing called Doogie. Before that, they introduced Doogie. And said that'll slow them down. Then they saw, well, these niggas too slow. Then they try to speed us back up and brought the Peruvian Connect, which is really Ninurtu is the Peruvian Connect. Who is Ninurtu? Ninurtu is Enlil's son. These boys were pumping that stuff way back then. Ninurtu was pumping the white girl to the miners to keep them up all night so they can work profusely all night to get more gold for Enlil. And then when they start complaining about saying that shit wasn't working no more, and they pretty much came immune to it. Well, first Nanar started selling the Doogie to them, and that was just keeping them docile to where they stop complaining about the hard work, the back-breaking work. So they give them the Doogie first, and then they kept pumping beer in there, pumping beer onto them. They see Mother Ninty, they were brewing beer in ancient Kemet. Brewing beer is what you call turning water into wine. The first miracle that Jesus supposedly performed in the Bible. Turning water into wine is moonshining. They've been doing it in ancient Egypt for thousands of years. That's what Jesus learned how to do it, essentially, at 12 years old. How to ferment beer. My dad showed me how to do it when I was a kid. My dad learned how to do it in jail. They call it toilet bowl liquor. So you take fruits, you set them in a bowl, water, sugar, rice, yeast or whatever, because yeast is starch and the fermented fruits. Yeah, that's hey, yeah, barking. How should I say your name? Nine. That's what it is, the doogie, right? So yeah, I know how to turn water into wine. We'll do a tape on that. I'll show you how to turn water into wine. And it ain't no abracadabra shit. They running game on you when they tell you about the abracadabra. It wasn't no, oh, Jesus said this in the abracadabra. Nah, this nigga did he moonshine. That's what he did. Get that, and it was some strong shit. They said it was some strong shit because Jesus was a pretty good alchemist. So they said, oh yeah, this right here's the strongest shit. He said the strongest shit for last. Better go read that book again. Right, we can go into more. Yeah, hooch. You know about that hooch, right, Tammy? Shout out to Tammy Green, man. That hooch punch. And in jail, they get they order them a pack of peaches, some packs of sugar, yeast, and they put it in the bag, and then they put it up in the ceiling. And then we ain't gonna get too much of the game. You gotta burp that bag, keep burping that bag, let the the fumes off of it, and eventually you come out with some liquor. It's called turning water into wine. But Nana on them was moving the brown stuff and to the miners. And what that would essentially do is keep them docile for a while so they could plant again. Then they brought Nenartu in, which is Enlil's oldest son by Mother Ninty. And that he began bringing in the white girl to him. And that was to pick her back up. And they was hype on that for a while, working all night. And the serpentine fire. Nano had the serpentine fire. We got to say it like that. They was giving them serpentine fire so they could work all night in the oil mines. I mean, in the gold mines. So eventually, they even and they had another thing set up to where they can go and get some mushu. When I say like that, right? They go get some mushu at a place called Our Nana's House of Harbor. Now, different things happen at Our Nana. We're going to do a whole tape on Our Nana's House of Harbor. We got some tapes on it already. We're going to do just a tape just on it. We should have did it last month and things. And we should have did it last month and Halloween. Our Nana's House of Horror. This place was a brothel. Well, the miners, the Anunnakis who worked in the mine, right? They would go there and have drinks and hang out with the girls, with our Nana's girls. Our Nana was the matter, right? Now we already told you about the connection with Hala and Nanar and all this. A lot of stuff you do, a lot of your stuff you consider to be the devil, bad stuff. The Anunnakis don't look at it the same way. Look at a book called The Return of Our Nana, right? All this stuff is in there, right? Nana give her perspective on, the Pleiadians are the Pleiadians, they mistaken them for the Ashtar Command. Ashtar Command really not Pleiadians. They really come from Cyrus B, the Nomos people. Ashtar Command. Right? They are the airborne regiment who are avatars for the Nomos beings who got trapped in their shell once Nibiru passed by Neptune, causing a magnetic storm, killing 2/3 of their planet. And they were off-world using these avatars who they grew in these tubes, just like on the movie Avatar. These Ashtar Command Pleiadians are grown in tubes, test tube babies. Yeah, but the real Pleiadians are the Riskians. The Riskians are The Riskians are when the planet Riz got attacked, the 19 planets they had to evacuate, and some of them went to Pleiades. These beings became known as the Pleiadians. Some of them changed the way they look due to the planets, the different planets they went to. Their spirit took body took on a different type of physical form once they got to the planet under this particular star they was in. But these Ashtar Command, guys, they end up hooking up with the Nomos, and later on they purchased pretty much rent. They ain't even purchased, they paying rent for that planet they live on. That planet actually the engineered planet in the Pleiades star system that they live on called Era. It's really it's like they rent that planet. They don't even own it. They rent like 7 or 8 planets in that galaxy from the Riskians. Yeah, people pay rent on planets in the galaxy. Some people own their planet. Some people buy whole planets and stars and get them moved to certain locations. You can buy, if you got enough galactic currency, you can purchase you a star. They'll come up there. There's a certain group, the Riz Tech, they'll pull up and then put you a star out there. And then you can go purchase you 2 or 3 planets and then they'll set them to rotate on track, just like they do when you buy some land. They come out there, they do the plumbing, get everything set up, then build you a house on that land, where you can do the same thing in the galaxy, where you can get a star, you can get a planet, and you get that planet rotating around that star. They can terraform your planet, put water on it, all that. These at Riz Tech. So we've been doing that for millions of years, billions of years, creating planets and stars. What's going to be done about what's going on this planet right now? You're witnessing the cleansing as we speak. We leading up to 2030, which is the end of the devil's rule. Doc already told everybody. We lead up to the year 2030. What you're seeing now in the next 6 years is the final cleansing of the parasites, who are actually a bad group of Nomos, a bad group of Dragonians, and about 3 or 4 other races, like a gray race called the marker beings. These beings are being removed from the planet, and the treaties, the Galactical Protected Planet Treaty for this planet expires 2030, and it has 13-year window for the and what would happen then is this is a school on the surface, a spiritual school. So a lot of you beings are from other galaxies. You just took on a physical aspect to come to you put on this suit, this uniform. You know, at certain schools they got uniforms. So you got to wear a uniform to school. So this human physical vessel is a uniform for this school, for this planet. Each planet has their own uniform, right? So that's why people look different, because they might wear red uniforms over there, and over here they wearing khaki pants and white shirt. So they got a different uniform on Mars or on Jupiter. But on this planet, you got this uniform. But you really look different in your light body. You might be a bird being, or you might be a feline being, or you might be a plant being. And that's why a lot of you like you're a plant being. That's why you like having a garden. If you're a feline being, that's why you like cats. If you're a dog being, that's why you like dogs. The jackal, like Anubis, right? And so a lot of y'all people are here to pick you up. Doc told us in the first chapter of the Holy Tablets, he said that a lot of y'all come from behind the stars, and that a certain group of extraterrestrials going to come called the Anunnakis after he came, and he was going to activate these beings to teach you the rest of the information for the people that need to supposed to go back beyond the stars. They were going to be able to go back home. But what he was talking about is a lot of you are different spirits, light beings, light particles, photon light beings from other galaxies. They came here as a gas particles. And that's really what you are, the gas. Because once the gas leave you, you die. What they call death was really pass. Your gas pass, you pass gas, right? You only can pass gas. You never die because you are the gas. Gas don't die. It just transform. It transform its phonetical structure. Right? Let's get that straight, right? But a lot of you are gas light beings from other galaxies. You came from different stars because a lot of you beings are photon particles that are come from the sun. They come from different stars. They came here over a certain amount of light years. It took you to get here. And usually it's when the planet align and said if the planet is aligned with Gemini, or we align with what right now? We're in October. When we're in November, we're going into Scorpio. So the planet is aligned with Scorpio. So a lot of spirits, light beings from Scorpio, the Scorpio star system, are coming here, and they'll come into the planet once the women get the woman become impregnated and take in the first life form, the gas that she breathed coming into the planet, or the light photon particles coming into the planet, would begin to take a hold of that shell. And so like I say, these different beings are from these different star systems. And eventually we'll have the pickup where a lot of y'all will go back to your homes. And the ones that's from Earth, they'll stay on Earth. The reptilians that breastfeed. And I heard Billy Carson talking about the reptilians that breastfeed, and I was like, oh yeah. So this dude right here be watching my tapes, man. He watched my Anunnaki tapes. There's a lot of stuff I never heard him say until like he watched my tapes. He got to be watching them. Because a lot of stuff that people saying, it's like they were scared to say it. When I was saying it, they say, oh, he crazy. Talking about reptilians that breastfeed, ain't no such thing. Now, all of a sudden, Billy Carson saying it. Oh, now, oh, yeah, it's legit. But Young Ella been told him about the people. About my mother had a homegirl. Because then Doc, before I even said it, Doc said it. Doc didn't go into the breastfeed part. Well, he did. He did. But Doc also went into Ariska Gill's mother. And like I say, Nanar is married Ariska Gill's mother. And that's how her and our Nana is half sisters, Ariska Gill. So Doc already went into the reptilians who were mixing with the humans, who were part human, right? With Ariska Gill and her mother. Then. So yeah, then all of a sudden we hear these guys talking about it. And they never acknowledge. I'm gonna tell you a lot of stuff they get from Malachi, but they'll say, "Oh no, I got it from some other white guy or something." No, nigga, you ain't get that from no white guy. You got that from Malachi, nigga. Stop lying. You got it from Young Elder, who got it from Malachi. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Niggas be, man, I'm telling you, well, we ain't tripping, because information is free. But I'm just saying, if you don't like us and then you're gonna take our shit, what kind of shit is that? You don't like us, but you're gonna use our stuff and then make it like it come from you. You know what I'm saying? That's real funny, man. You know? And like these guys, they all run together. They don't want us to be seen or heard, because if people hear our stuff and they say, well, this dumb dude already said all that shit. Like pretty much we got 200 tapes on the Anunnakis. We got more tapes than anybody just on the Anunnakis. Breaking down everything. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we it's all love, man. We ain't hating on nobody. Like, so do what you do. Take our shit and run with it. We want you to spread the word. But don't be trying to play us like we ain't putting it out and putting it down and laying it down. And then you come out to use it. Almost like you quoting us word for word. That's really funny. A lot of guys doing this. Because they really don't got no imagination. And so they can't create no content. So they got to come to Young Elders page. And we appreciate that, to get content. Oh, check this out, man. We got a million more tapes to put out. So it's gonna be a while. And we put some shit out every day. So you're trying to keep up with us, it's gonna be a fast ride. Yeah, he see me subliminally talking shit, but man, people who been with us, they see who doing it. They see who putting it out. They see who putting that real juice out. Hey, shout out Raw Hayes. And this after we shout out the guy out. We don't got no problem. We don't got. I'm gonna tell you, man. Young girl don't got no beef with nobody. We don't hate nobody, you know. So we don't hate Billy Carson. We want him to keep dropping the shit that he's dropping. But it just seemed funny to us how he moved with now he coming out with the reptilian breastfeed thing. When I first seen Billy Carson, he wasn't even talking about no Anunnakis with him. He was just talking about. It just seemed like, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's some weird people out here. I think if we work together, we'll do better. But that's neither here nor there. We about to get up out of here, man. Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. We might come back for another one. It's already 12 o'clock though. We'll be back tomorrow though, man. Yeah, check out them playlists about the Anunnaki playlists. We got pretty much everything you can say about the Anunnakis and some. We got inside the mothership Nubaru, the news royal. We showed you pictures of Inky and Enlil, and we got other pictures of other people, like my uncle Sinbad, who was Enlil's son, right? And my uncle Sinbad, cool, and he always like, you know, he like a teacher. Sinbad is a teacher on Nubaru because it's school. They got schools on Nubaru. They got laboratories. They got studios. They got barber shops on Nubaru. It's like they got everything on there. But my uncle Sinbad is one of the teachers on Nubaru, right? He teach music class, and Sinbad can play any instrument that ever existed. He can play piano. He can play any instrument. He the coolest band director I ever seen. He's actually taught Barry White. Sinbad. Sinbad is the one. He's the real Mozart. Telling you, he can play any instrument. And they got a piano on there with 144 keys. Most of your pianos only got like 88 keys. The big ones. They got a piano on their Nubaru with 144 keys. Now try to play a piano with 144 keys. If you're a piano guy, Sinbad play a piano with 144 keys on it. He can play guitar, flute, trombone, any instrument you got. But yeah, shout out for everybody for tuning in, for coming out to kick it with us tonight. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back. Y'all, TV, we out. And yeah, hit that like, man. Never have it been made so clear.